Hello, everyone. Happy holidays and welcome to the 2023 BPTV Holiday Special. We're your hosts, Elaine Volpe
and Andy Ambrine. Hard to believe it's Christmas already.
It
the holidays,
really is.
2023 again.
It comes so fast, doesn't it?
It seems like just yesterday we were doing this for 2022.
So true.
Love your outfit.
You too. You look very festive.
Thank you very much.
I feel like we're ready.
Spent hours picking these out.
Of course.
But I'm really looking forward to spending some time with all our amazing viewers at BPTV.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure. So welcome again and stay tuned for the 2023 Holiday Special.
Enjoy the show.
Nothing like great Christmas carols this time of year. Would you agree?
No, there are.
The holiday music is in the air.
It just puts everyone in the spirit.
It really does.
Singing songs, listening to these songs, and we have some special guests joining us.
We certainly do.
We have Mark Ferrari with an original song.
Jessica Lee.
And we might even have some special guests like Santa, Mrs.
Maybe.
Claus, maybe.
Stay tuned. Let's find out.
Happy holidays, BPTV. My name is Mark Ferrari, and I'm going to be singing an original Christmas song I wrote called Under My Tree. We're making a snowman out in the cold. You're my snow angel, and I'll be your Eskimo. The smoke from the chimney, there's lights on the tree. The best decoration is lying right next to me. As the snow starts to fall, there's a fire burning inside. So follow me under the mistletoe. I'll give you a present and I'll kiss you so slow. And as I unwrap you, the tree starts to glow. The only thing I wanna see is you under my Christmas tree. Only you. And sleigh bells are ringing, and reindeer will fly. We stare out the window and hope to see Santa arrive. But the snow starts to flurry. It's a wonderful life. But the best Christmas story is the one we're making tonight. You turn me on like a toy train, and your kisses taste like candy canes. So follow me under the mistletoe. I'll give you a present and I'll kiss you so slow. And as I unwrap you, the tree starts to glow. The only thing I wanna see is you under my Christmas tree. Only you. The kids are all fast asleep, wondering what Santa will bring. We're all alone. The roads are all covered, there's nowhere to go. Just let it snow. Under my tree. Only you. So follow me under the mistletoe. I'll give you your present, and I'll kiss you so slow. And as I unwrap you, the tree starts to glow. The only thing I wanna see is you under my Christmas tree. Only you under my tree. Merry Christmas.
Well, hello, dears. Merry Christmas, all my friends in Bethel Park and here at Bethel Park Television. You know who I am, don't you? Of course, Mrs. Claus. I'm sorry Santa couldn't be here with me today, but we wanted to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas. And we're getting all your letters, and we are watching, and I know how hard everyone is trying to be nice and good and kind. And keep up the good work, everyone. I thought maybe you'd like to hear a little story today. I have to get back to the workshop, so just a quick one, but it's quite special. It's called Santa's Sleigh is on its way to Pittsburgh. That's right. One of his favorite stops on Christmas Eve. It's a Christmas adventure. Let's read it, shall we? Get all nice and cozy. Crisscross applesauce. Do you have your warm jammies on? Perfect. That's just the way the elves like story time. Here we go. Santa's sleigh is on its way to Pittsburgh. The moon over Pittsburgh gives off a cool glow. The city lies snug under blankets of snow. The star-sprinkled sky is especially bright. Hey Santa, please come visit tonight. The snowmen in Banksville stand perfectly still, their hats and their scarves keeping out the night chill. The icicles sparkle as snowflakes drift down from Bon Air to Squirrel Hill and all around town. Santa and his reindeer. Why, that's a beautiful sight, isn't it? All the Christmas trees twinkle, the eggnog smells sweet. The stockings are out for gifts, not your feet. The garlands and paper chains hang from the ceiling and give the whole house a Christmassy feeling. I love that feeling, don't you? When all the decorations are out, it makes me feel all warm inside. Excited young children with heads full of wishes leave large Christmas cookies and carrots on dishes. Santa likes those. They scurry upstairs, for they've heard it is said that Santa comes once you're asleep in your bed. And that is true. In Brookline, the yarns become stronger and stronger. The children of Spring Hill can't stand up much longer. From Greenfield to Shadyside, and in the South Hills too, they're soon sleeping soundly, all children like you. But one child stands at the window and gazed at the sky with hopes that maybe you'll see Santa's sleigh whizzing by. Oh, you're so tired. You almost nod up, but see movement ahead. a flurry of white, and some flashes of red. You jump up and down, oh, as the shape becomes clear. Hey, Santa, my house is over here. But wait, something went wrong. There's sparks everywhere. The sleigh twists and turns as it swoops through the air. Oh my goodness, I wonder what happened. You're wide awake now. You've had such a fright. There's no chance of sleep till you know Santa's all right. You think about Santa and his reindeer and sleigh. Hey, Santa, I hope you're okay. My goodness, I think the sleigh had a little crash, don't you? Oh, yes, Santa's fine. He's in Bethel Park, replacing the fuse for his sleigh in the dark. He tugs on the reins, shouting, up, up and away, and hits the ignition, which starts up his sleigh. He was in Bethel Park fixing his sleigh. Oh, that's so good. With magical speed only Santa possesses, he visits well over 1,000 addresses. From Beachview to Regent Square, handing out toys, he visits each house without making a noise. Now Santa has been to all the houses but one. He can't go back home till this last house is done. It's your house, of course, but you're still wide awake. He circles above and he takes a small break. And that's when you see him and you know he's all right. And your head hits the pillow and you're out like a light. He lands on the roof to the sounds of your snores. It's Santa, and he's coming indoors. But, oh, you wake up and you jump to your feet. You're sure you forgot to leave Santa a treat. Oh, no. Will Santa leave presents for someone so rude? You must go downstairs and make sure he has food. You enter the kitchen and turn on the light, not spotting the figure who ducks out of sight. You're still half asleep, so you don't find it weird that the broom has a hat and a coat. And a beard. Oh, my goodness. He's hiding, isn't he? You get out the cookies, still rubbing your eyes, too blurry to make out his clever disguise. You open the fridge door and don't spot the broom as it sweeps past you into the family room. There he goes. With a plate in your hands, you head off to the tree. You're feeling so sleepy, oh, that you don't even see a sight that would have your heart skipping a beat. The curtains have sprouted 2 big Santa feet. He's hiding behind the curtains, isn't he? Still sleepy, you head back to bed with a big smile. The panic is over. It's all been worthwhile. You climb up the staircase, not once looking back, as a chuckling Santa takes toys from his sack. Now Santa is leaving. His sleigh races high. It sparkles and fizzles and lights up the sky. The Bethel Park streetlights grow dim in the night. Hey Santa, please have a safe flight. Soon Santa leaves Pittsburgh, the fine houses behind, where children are lovely and grown-ups are kind. And then he booms loudly, his voice full of cheer. Ho, 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 Pittsburgh, Merry Christmas. I'll see you next year. Oh, I just love that, don't you? And don't you worry, we'll be coming to visit you on Christmas Eve. So make sure you get your head on the pillow and leave a little treat for Santa. Might I ask a favor? Instead of leaving a whole plate of cookies, perhaps just one or two. He's getting quite plump, you know. And everywhere he goes, he wants to try everyone's cookies. So if you leave 6 at your house, and Johnny leaves 6 at his, and Susie leaves 6 at hers, he's going to eat them all. Last year he came home with a very big tummy ache. So if you just leave 1 or 2 for him, and some carrots and water for the reindeer, I, Mrs. Claus, will be most appreciative. Thank you so much, boys and girls, and all my friends in Bethel Park, and from Santa and me and all the elves and reindeers at the North Pole, we wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away, here's the bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. He sings our love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman, then pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. You can do the job while you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away, here's the bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. He sings our love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman, then pretend that he's a circus clown. We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman until the other kitties knock him down. When it snows, ain't it thrilling? When your nose gets a chillin', to frolic and play the Eskimo way. Walking in a winter wonderland, walking in a winter wonderland, walking in a winter wonderland.
You know, Elaine, there's no place on earth I love better than the Bethel Park Public Library. I can hang out here forever.
Indeed, it is definitely my favorite place to be as well.
You know, the library brings joy to the world, not just during the season, but year-round.
I feel like that is true. That is the magic of books, right? Bringing joy to young and old all year round, indeed. And, you know, my staff and I have been fortunate enough
all little
to...
elves.
My staff?
Your staff.
They are.
They're
They're
little elves.
constantly busy, constantly merry. Yes.
They taught me
Constantly
how to make this
creating.
outfit.
Yes. Did they?
They did. They did. Isn't it perfect?
Now you need a little bit of embellishment. They can add that for next
Fine.
year.
I'll work
for
on
next
it.
year.
I'll work on it. But we got some great guests coming up again on this segment,
Including some past favorites of the library staff.
and some more amazing songs from Mark and Jess.
Enjoy.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. Heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the earth, the Savior reigns. Let us our songs employ, while fields and floods, rocks, hills and plains repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy. No more let sin and sorrows grow, nor thorns infest the ground. He comes to make his blessings flow. For as that curse is found, for as the curse is found, for as the curse is found. He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove the glories of his righteousness, wonders of his love, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. Heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.
In the Dutch colonial town, later known as Albany, New York, there lived a baker, Van Amsterdam, who was as honest as he could be.
Each morning, he checked and balanced his scales, and he took great care to give his customers exactly what they paid for, not more and not less.
Van Amsterdam's shop was always busy because people trusted him and because he was a good baker as well. And never was the shop busier than in the days before December 6th, when the Dutch celebrate St. Nicholas Day.
At that time of year, people flocked to the baker's shop to buy his fine St. Nicholas cookies.
Made of gingerbread, iced in red and white, they looked just like St. Nicholas, as the Dutch know him.
Tall and thin, with a high red bishop's cap and a long red bishop's cloak.
One St. Nicholas Day morning, the baker was just ready for business when the door of his shop flew open.
In walked an old woman, wrapped in a long black shawl.
I have come for a dozen of your St. Nicholas cookies, please.
Taking a tray, Van Amsterdam counted out 12 cookies. He started to wrap them, but the woman reached out and stopped him.
Oh, no. I said a dozen of cookies. A dozen is 13.
Madam, everyone knows a dozen is 12.
I say a dozen is 13.
Van Amsterdam was not a man to bear foolishness.
Madam, my customers get exactly what they pay for. No more, no less.
Then keep your cookies.
She turned to go, but stopped at the door.
Van Amsterdam, however honest you may be, your heart is small and your fist is tight. Fall again, mount again, learn how to count again.
Then she was gone.
From that day, everything went wrong in Van Amsterdam's bakery.
His bread rose too high or not at all.
His pies were sour or too sweet.
His cakes crumbled or were chewy.
His cookies were burnt or doughy.
His customers soon noticed the difference. Before long, most of them were going to other bakers.
That old woman has bewitched me. Is this how my honesty is rewarded?
A year passed.
The baker grew poorer and poorer.
Since he sold little, he baked little, and his shelves were nearly bare. His last few customers slipped away.
Finally, on the day before St. Nicholas Day, not one customer came to Van Amsterdam's shop.
At day's end, the baker sat alone, staring at his unsold St. Nicholas cookies.
I wish St. Nicholas could help me now.
Then he closed his shop and went sadly to bed.
That night, the baker had a dream. He was a boy again, one in a crowd of happy children. And there, in the midst of them, was St. Nicholas himself.
The bishop's white horse stood beside him, its baskets filled with gifts. Nicholas pulled out one gift after another and handed them to the children.
But Van Amsterdam noticed something strange. No matter how many presents Nicholas passed out, there were always more to give.
In fact, the more he took from the baskets, the more they seemed to hold.
Then Nicholas handed a gift to Van Amsterdam. It was one of the baker's own St. Nicholas cookies.
Van Amsterdam looked up to thank him, but it was no longer St. Nicholas standing there.
Smiling down at him was the old woman with the long black shawl.
I always give my customers what they ask for. No more, no less. But maybe I should give more.
The next morning, St. Nicholas Day, the baker rose early.
He mixed his gingerbread dough and rolled it out.
He molded the shapes and baked them.
He iced them in red and white to look just like St. Nicholas.
And the cookies were as fine as any he had made.
Van Amsterdam had just finished when the door flew open. In walked the old woman with the long black shawl.
I have come for a dozen of your St. Nicholas cookies.
In great excitement, Van Amsterdam counted out 12 cookies.
And one more.
In this shop from now on, a dozen is 13.
You have learned to count well. Surely you will be rewarded.
She paid for the cookies and started out, but as the door swung shut, the baker's eyes seemed to play a trick on him.
He thought he glimpsed the tail end of a long red cloak.
As the woman foretold, Van Amsterdam was rewarded. When people heard he counted 13 as a dozen, he had more customers than ever.
In fact, Van Amsterdam grew so wealthy that the other bakers in town began doing the same.
From there, the practice spread to other towns, and at last through all the American colonies.
And this, they say, is how 13 became the baker's dozen.
A custom common for over a century.
And alive in some places to this day.
From our library family to yours, we wish you the happiest and tastiest of holidays.
Happy holidays!
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the sixth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the seventh day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 10 lords a-leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a-leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a-leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. And a partridge in a pear tree.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't mean a thing, dear, if you're not here with me. I'll have a blue Christmas, that's certain. And when that blue, blue heartache starts hurting, you'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white. But I'll have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't mean a thing, dear, if you're not here with me. I'll have a blue Christmas, that's certain. And when that blue, blue heartache starts hurting, you'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white. But I'll have a blue, 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 blue Christmas.
You know, there's nothing better than just cuddling up, sitting at home, and
Cup of
watching
hot
Christmas
cocoa,
movies.
maybe
whether
some
it's
popcorn.
Hallmark movies or whatever.
Or the classics.
It's
Do
the
you have a
classic.
favorite?
I love White Christmas. I like Elf too, but I really like White Christmas.
Yeah.
It really is a classic. Plus, I love snow.
There's a lot of great ones out there, that's for sure.
Yeah. So, what are we expecting in this segment? I bet you there's movies. Stay
Let's find
tuned.
out.
Let's watch.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents by the tree. Christmas Eve will find me with a love like leaves. I'll be home for Christmas. of snow and mistletoe represents my dream. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. Only in my dreams.
Evening and Merry Christmas, mateys. My name is Calico Drake, captain of the Swashbucklers' Haunt. And every weekend, we host the most absolute worst in monster movie mayhem on the award-winning Dead and Buried Treasures. Last year we finished as the best TV program for entertainment in Pittsburgh, and just this past Thanksgiving, we were winners of the legendary Golden Turkey Award for the best horror host show in the country. Sorry, I expected some applause there, but thank you very much, thank you. The engineer is a little slow on the uptake with the sound effects. Quite frankly, I'm amazed we've heard the jingle bells this long. Well, in any case, I thought to myself, with the holiday season here, what would work better than a rousing, dramatic monologue of "'Twas the night before Christmas, so I am only too happy to oblige to me fans."
Fans? You don't have fans, Captain.
X-nay on the fans, eh, Jack?
We are part of the BPTV viewing world, and as such, we have an obligation to do our part as always, Captain.
What, are you me mother? In any case, to celebrate the holiday, here is a dramatic reading of "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." Pirate Edition!
I'm sorry, what edition?
Pirate Edition.
Is that even a thing?
Why, of course it is. Now listen up. First, we need a little magic, a little scenic atmosphere, as they say. Something appropriate for this reading. Perhaps a little music? That's not bad. Perhaps a little different background. Is that all right? That's more festive. I like it already. Perhaps a little snow? All right, whoa, too much. I don't want to be buried in here when I'm done and they find me and I thaw me out in another 5 years. Something lighter. All right, that's better. Very well. The magic of television. And now, 'twas the night before Christmas. Pirate Edition. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the ship, not a creature was stirring, not even me crab dip.
Crab dip?
Oh, well, Mr. Bones likes it. It's special. Our patches were hung on the quarterdeck with care, in the hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The crew were all nestled all snug in their hammocks, while visions of sea battles danced most dynamic.
Sea battles? At Christmas?
Are you still here? Yes, sea battles.
Captain, there are no sea battles at Christmas.
I'm sorry, were you there?
No, but...
Exactly. Now go away. And Jack on his perch, and Davy Bones at the wheel, we just settled in after our evening meal. When suddenly, out in the mist, I heard a small racket. I sprang from me bed with me sword to attack it. Away to the yardarm I flew like a flash. I tore open the rigging and ran up the mizzenmast.
I'd like to see you run up the mizzenmast.
The moon on the glistening ocean below gave a lustrous glow to objects in tow. When what to my wondering eye should appear? But a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer.
Only 8? Where's Rudolph?
Who? Look, do you want me to read this or what?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
You'll never get done if you keep interrupting me with all of your nonsense,
I'm sorry.
Jack, and your constant interruptions.
Sorry, again, sorry.
With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a minute it must be Saint Nick. He circled me ship, by hook or by crook. I knew who he was 'cause I saw it in a book.
Now why would they land on the deck?
Well, where else would you expect them to land? The crow's nest? You're in the middle of the ocean. Now, where was I? Yes, the reindeer. And he whistled and shouted and called them by name, on Salty, on Scurvy, on Sinbad and Molly, on Cutthroat and Bootstrap, on Roger and Jolly.
Who are they?
Santa's seahorses.
Where are the reindeer?
I might be on the wrong page. Here we go. Sorry. To the top of the sail, to the top of the mast, now dash away, dash away! Ha ha ha! Yar and avast!
What a story this is!
And then with a cry and a crack of his whip, down came his sleigh on the deck of me ship. A jolly old sea dog, but enormously fat, and so was the parrot who perched on his hat.
All right. This is no longer about Santa Claus.
What?
Flying seahorses and the Jolly Roger.
No, the last 2 reindeer were Roger and Jolly, not Jolly Roger. Pay attention, Jack, or you'll get coal in your stocking. Or a peg leg.
But Captain, I don't need a peg leg.
Exactly. He was dressed all in black from his head to his heels, and his clothes were all tarnished with seaweed and eels.
All right, this is just gross.
What is?
You're read 'Twas the Night Before Pirates' Christmas, or whatever it is you're reading. Seaweed and eels?
That's what it says right here in the book.
Captain, that book is not 'Twas the Night Before Christmas.
But it's not Reader's Digest either.
That book is the ultimate pirate guide.
And Santa in this book is the ultimate pirate. Now quit interrupting.
This can't be good for the morale of elves.
His eye, how it twinkled. His dreadlocks, how twiny. His scars were like crossbones, and his gold tooth, how shiny. His mouth was turned up with a nasty old look. The silver gleamed sharp with the point of his hook.
Is this happening for Christmas?
Oh, here's where it gets good, Jack. A bundle of treasure was flung on his back. He looked like Blackbeard just opening his sack. He spoke not a word, but went right to his pack and stuffed all the stockings with jewels and hardtack.
Hardtack? Really?
Look it up. You ate some for dinner tonight.
Barf!
No, there was none of that. But let me continue. The swashbuckler's haunt was soon filled with holiday cheer, and loaded with treasures from each buccaneer, anchors and corn pipes and cackle fruit eggs, pearls and red sashes for Gertie and Pegleg.
Who?
Our engineer. Now, be quiet. A new cauldron for Papa filled with pieces of shank, and just for Rich Kanji, a shiny new plank. You know, because he hosts Walk the Plank, our pre-show Walk the Plank.
Yes, I get it. I get it. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah, I get it.
He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of mutton.
Jelly!
What?
Jelly! It shook like a bowl full of jelly!
How do you even know what it shook like? Were you there? You don't even like this story.
That doesn't even rhyme!
What are you talking about? Pirates don't rhyme. We don't have the time. Now let me finish.
Oh, boy.
He was chubby and plump. Fit right in with the crew. And when I say that, I wasn't kidding because holy P.U.
Wait a second. Are you saying Santa stinks?
A wink of his eye and a twist of his head led me to believe he needed a bath.
Oh, that's wholesome. Family friendly.
We're not talking family friendly here, Jack. We're talking about a man who works all night and needs a bath. Smelled like Jasper and cheese.
I wouldn't blame the TV station if they went to commercial.
And laying a finger to the side of his nose, he sneezed right in the face of our beloved Davy Bones.
So much for social distancing.
And I mean right in his face, too. Kersplat!
This is the worst Christmas story ever.
You see, Mr. Bones had awoke like a startled Big Wookie, and to Kris Kringle's dismay, ate the last Christmas cookie. So Kris sprung to his sleigh, I thought insulted, but suddenly tossed me something constructed. Just when I thought it was me worst Christmas day, a parchment of paper flew down from his sleigh. Yes, you see, everyone got a present from the jolly old elf, and I laughed at the parchment in spite of meself. 'Twas a map full of treasures, was just what I got. It was hard to believe, but Xmas truly marked the spot.
What a convenient plot twist.
So I heard him exclaim as he drove toward a star, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good yar.
Someone should sue us.
And that was a reading of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, Pirate Edition. Me hearties, I hope you enjoyed it. Much like you will enjoy our Christmas specials on Dead and Buried Treasures every weekend through December with our adventures, and throughout the year, where even at Christmas, it's Halloween all year long. Happy holidays, everyone! Wave!
Right. Merry Christmas! right. Merry Christmas!
Greetings, salutations, and other sundry affair. I am your cinematic professor and purveyor of truth in movies. And tonight, we take a special Christmas look at the movies. You know, Christmas is a very special time of year. It's a time that is filled with warmth and love and really kindness towards all. At least it should be, right? So no matter what age group you fit into, there is a cache of films that are tailor-made for that group. So whether you're entertaining or just watching for yourself, there really is a bevy of films to select from. You know, back in Hollywood's golden era, there were a lot of really good holiday Christmas movies that were put out. I know folks that are in my generation probably spend a lot of time sitting around the old TV at Christmas time watching some of these Christmas movies because, well, it was a family tradition at the time. These weren't really meant so much for kids. They were meant for family viewing. And if the kids were small enough, the parents probably had to stop and explain a little bit of the plot or what was going on because they tended to be middle of the road as far as not too simplistic for the kids and not too hard to leave people in the dust with it. Here's a group of movies from Hollywood's golden age that were always a tradition in my household and probably in yours.
Hard and sharp as flint he was. You ask Bob Cratchit about him. This timid and intimidated little clerk is portrayed by Mervyn John. Mrs. Cratchit by Hermione Baddeley. The little lame boy, the great-hearted Tiny Tim, is played by Glyn Dearman. Michael Hordern gives a spirited portrayal of Jacob Marley, the ghost who changes Scrooge from sinner to saint.
Absurd to be so happy. I'm in trouble, Mr. Potter. I need help.
At exactly 10:45 p.m. Earth time, that man will be thinking seriously of throwing away God's greatest gift.
I don't want any plastic, I don't want any ground floors, and I don't want to get married ever to anyone. You understand that? I want to do what I want to do.
You know, as the kids grow up a little bit more, well, they're not as tolerant of Jimmy Stewart, say, as they were when they were younger, sitting with mom and dad, and they want something geared more toward them. This is where the cartoonish type Christmas movies came about. There are a lot of them, but I think you'll find that these really capture the essence, letting the kids know that Santa's big night is on its way.
He's green, fuzzy, and cuddly as a cactus. The Grinch.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel.
This is stop number one.
Rudolph.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer
had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows.
He was the greediest man alive.
It's Ebenezer Scrooge.
Until the night he met someone extraordinary.
Hello.
This is the movie to see, to share, to cherish with someone you love.
Thank you for making me a part of this.
Walt Disney Pictures presents from Jim Henson Productions, The Muppet Christmas Carol.
Well, you coming?
Where? Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express!
Now, you know, as the kids go from actually being kids into young adults, we like that term a lot, right? Young adults. Well, their outlook on Christmas, life in general, and even their sense of humor begins to change drastically, and they have their own. Now, most of these movies in this next segment can be enjoyed by adults as well. So the idea of getting the family together to watch them and keeping the Christmas spirit still holds.
Every holiday season, there's one toy everyone has to have.
They're all gone.
Now, it's two fathers, one mission. Oh, poor baby. Jingle all the way.
One Christmas Eve, Santa Claus got an unexpected gift of his own.
What in the name of Sam Hill?
30 years later...
You're not like the rest of us. I was sure when you cracked 6 feet that it would come up.
My bad. He's taking a journey to find the family he's never known in a place where he finally fits in. Boy. And nothing's going to stop him.
Sorry, your car's pretty.
Will Ferrell is Elf.
Somebody's on the roof.
But this Christmas Eve,
Hey, you!
the unthinkable happened.
You killed him. Did not.
Now, this night,
If something should happen to me, put on my suit. The reindeer will know what to do.
he thought it was just for one night.
You're the new Santa. I am not Santa Claus. You put on the suit, you're the big guy.
Walt Disney presents a timeless tale that will warm your heart,
I love you, Santa Claus. I love you, son.
lift your spirits, and make you believe.
You really are Santa Claus. Seeing isn't believing. Believing is seeing.
Tim Allen,
Santa?
the Santa Claus.
In this modern age, too many people have lost sight of the true meaning of Christmas.
Mom! Hush! Shut up, Ralphie!
So now, in the spirit of the original,
Made you! Stop!
traditional, American Christmas,
Thanks a lot!
MGM presents A Christmas Story.
I have to work.
It's Christmas Eve.
You're gonna stay home with your sister.
We should make a video. Maybe we could get a shot of Santa Claus.
You really have no clue, do you?
Do you realize how big of a deal this is? We need to get a closer look.
Are you crazy?
Hot Cupid! Hot Comet! Hold on to something!
Santa Claus?
Live and in person.
Let's get this party started. We have a Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, you just like wave your hand and Jedi mind trick the cop?
I'm Santa Claus, Teddy, not Yoda.
And you know, I got to tell you that even as an adult, there's still a veritable plethora of films that are enveloped within the Christmas spirit, but they're centered around a very adult theme, and that theme varies per movie, but these are films that generally are not included for kids. And in fact, they're intended for an audience that is old enough to partake of a single malt.
After vacationing across America and throughout Europe,
Take it, Russ.
this holiday season, the Griswolds are going to play it safe. what he's going to get is the gift that keeps on living.
Merry Christmas.
His family.
We didn't come to impose.
Christmas with the Griswolds.
Everybody come out quick, look at the lights!
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
This year, let Chevy Chase light up your holidays. You crack up. Bill Murray. Karen Allen.
It sounded like you'd seen a ghost.
A ghost? John Forsythe. Bobcat Goldthwait.
Hey! You glad to see me, or is this a shotgun in your pocket? You know this one?
Everybody knows this one. Let's go now.
Now does everybody know this one?
Carol Kane. Robert Mitchum.
I really care.
David Johansen.
Oh, I'm having the weirdest day.
See Bill Murray get Scrooged.
Hey, back off, big man. That may work with the chicks, but not with me.
He and his helpers did not come to give, but to take.
Everybody, hold on to each other.
He is the shadow of St. Nicholas.
Billy Bob Thornton.
So do you like kids?
What do you think? I'm some kind of pervert or something?
I just mean because you're Santa Claus.
Huh.
Bernie Mac.
Get him out of here.
What do you mean, get him out of here? I'm a dwarf, so unless you got a forklift handy, maybe you should lend a hand,
Bad Santa.
It's Christmas Eve, and we're on our way to what might be the most exciting urban exploring adventure, and you never know what dirty things will come your way. I dare you to eat this.
It's Christmas Eve in L.A.
California.
Is Daddy coming home soon?
Well, we'll see what Santa and Mommy can do, okay?
And New York cop John McClane has come to see his wife.
I missed you.
Instead, he's going to have to save her. He's an easy guy to like.
Come out to the coast. We'll get together, have a few laughs.
And a hard man to kill. Bruce Willis. Die Hard.
Got invited to the Christmas party by mistake. Who knew?
Touchstone Pictures presents the enchanting story of two very special dreamers and the holiday spirit that brought them together. From the imagination of Tim Burton comes The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Now, I know immediately some of you are going to say, why was The Nightmare Before Christmas in with the adult movies? Folks, you need to watch this movie. Tim Burton is a sick puppy, okay? And there are some things in this movie that when the kids latch onto them, I really do think this was intended for adults, even though it was stop-motion animation. You know, this was an adult Christmas tale, and you want to be careful while you let... And everybody has their favorite adult Christmas tale. They really, truly do. And probably most of the people will pick Die Hard, but nah, they're wrong. They're wrong. If you want one Christmas movie to truly capture the essence of the cinematic experience, in my view, you can't beat this one. Well, there you have it. Christmas movies for all the various age stages of your life. And no matter which movies comprise your lists, one thing remains the same, and that is the message: peace on earth and goodwill toward men. I am your cinematic professor and purveyor of truth in movies, wishing you and yours a very Merry Christmas and the best for the new year. Buon Natale.
Said the night wind to the little land, do you see what I see? Way up in the sky, little land, do you see what I see? A star, dancing in the night with a tail as big as a kite. With a tail as big as a kite. Said the little lamb to the shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear? Ringing through the sky, shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear? A song, high above the tree, with a voice as big as the sea, with a voice as big as the sea. Said the shepherd boy to the mighty king, do you know what I know? In your palace warm, mighty king, do you know what I know? A child shivers in the cold. Let us bring him silver and gold. Let us bring him silver and gold. Said the king to the people everywhere, listen to what I say. Pray for peace, people everywhere, listen to what I say. The child, sleeping in the night, he will bring us goodness and light. He will bring us goodness and light.
You know, in this next segment, sing along. Do you go caroling?
I don't go caroling.
I don't have the voice for it.
Yeah, because I can't carry a tune, but I do enjoy singing in the comfort of my own home.
And there's some beautiful Christmas songs out there.
There
Love
sure
doing
is.
sing-alongs, whether it's our mayor doing sing-alongs or something.
If you like to sing along at home, please feel free to do so with our mayor.
There you go.
And also included in this segment, we can't forget,
who
is our #1 guest,
Santa!
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is the new bird.
He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman, then pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, "Are you married?" We'll say, "No, man, but you can do the job when you're in town." Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire, to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman, then pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, "Are you married?" We'll say, "No, man, but you can do the job when you're in town." Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire, to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland, walking in a winter wonderland, walking in a winter wonderland.
Well, it's part of the BPTV Christmas special. I have a very, very special guest, and in fact, they don't get any bigger than this. We have Santa Claus that came down from the North Pole just to be on our show. So Santa, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me here.
And what's it like living on the North Pole?
Well, it's very cold, and our summers are like your winter, because it's wet and cold still all summer long.
Yeah, I know there's actually a website that on YouTube. Actually, you can actually watch your home.
That's right.
365 days a year. So it does look a little cold when it says -15 Celsius.
Absolutely, very much. And it warms up a little for the birds that come north, and then they are gone by September. So what can one say? They arrive in May and leave in September.
Yeah.
Now those are some transient visitors.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's talk about your reindeer for a second.
Yes, I have 8 original reindeer, Jack, and 1 special one that came along in the late 60s, Rudolph.
Now, do you use him a lot, or is he just for...
Well, now with the airlines and all the planes, we have to have a light on the sleigh. So the sleigh's lit up, and Rudolph is in the front.
Oh, so he's still leading.
Oh, he's still leading us around. Yes, it's been quite a few years, and it will be quite a few more. And then we're going to have to find out if he has a son or daughter who can lead the way.
Take over the job.
Absolutely.
Now, how do you care for the reindeers up there, or do the elves do it, or?
Well, it's a combination. We have quite a large barn that we use to keep the reindeer when we're ready for the season. In this off season, they get to roam free on the lands around us. Now, the interesting thing about reindeer is both the males and the females have horns. So when you see them, like I was saying, with Rudolph, if he has a red-nosed child, either one will be able to lead the sleigh because they'll have his red nose. But back to the barn, it's very well kept, and I help supervise that, as well as all the elves have duties. Some duties have in the sleigh barn, where they repair the sleigh, and then others with the animals.
Mm-hmm. So do you have a favorite reindeer?
Well, I actually have 2. Dancer and Prancer. Those two are the two that are the most mischievous, and they remind me a lot of Mrs. Claus.
Oh, well.
Always mischievous. She likes to play pranks on all of us.
Now, the reindeer, do they have to do any training before Christmas Eve?
Very similar to the cartoon you watch when you watch the Rudolph story. The elder reindeer teach their young ones, and then they all come in for training to see who can make the sleigh team and who can't. And sometimes, you would not know it from year to year, one of the reindeer might sprain an ankle, and then we'll use a secondary one.
Okay.
And between myself, Mrs. Claus, and the elves, they all have names. And that is very hard to keep up with.
Sure,
Yes.
sure. So now, that with all your preparing that you do all year for this, what do you do after Christmas? Do you go on a vacation? Do you get right back into the swing of things?
Well, after Christmas, most of the elves and I and Mrs. Claus will take a break. We all enjoy the holiday as well, and we enter into a very happy new year. And then a little bit later, when it starts to warm up, well, I have to admit, Santa loves to go fishing.
Yeah, I heard that.
I come south to go fishing a little bit, but by March or April, we're back in the swing of things, repairing anything that was broke over the winter and getting ready for the springtime and preparing for the toys for the boys and girls.
So you're not going to a warm climate, you're just coming down to fish.
Not too warm. I try to stay within the United States.
Okay, okay. Do you have a favorite Christmas song?
Well, I enjoy all the Christmas songs that are jolly and merry. I love Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Of course.
And a new classic that is not true, I Did Not Run Over Grandma. Okay? But it's a funny song. But I would have to say, I like to keep the traditional songs into Christmas. So Silent Night is probably my favorite.
Okay, okay. And because you're busy and everyone's busy this time of year, what does Mrs. Claus do?
Well, Mrs. Claus is extremely busy. I mean, she definitely helps supervise when I'm coming and going. Like down here today, I had to have a team of elves and a team of reindeer, and it wasn't the regular ones. These are the ones in training. Brought me down. I landed over in the baseball field. I hope that's not a problem, because I couldn't land on this roof. It's too
No, you're fine there.
And no chimney to come down. So with that, I will be here for a few days and getting prepared.
Okay. Now, the elves that are up there, where do they live? Do they
They
live?
actually have their own little homes around the area, and then we also have a large compound for the young ones as they work on different tasks and duties. I mean, we are very self-sufficient. We have dentists, we have doctors, we have carpenters, and they all have special tasks that they do and take care of.
Oh, great,
Yeah.
great.
So it's a very well-ran community, and the elves are all across the North country in both the Americas as well as in Europe. And some come to live with us, and some live in their own countries.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do, because I know there's new toys that come out every year and so on. What do most kids ask for?
Well, actually, most of the children that come to see me are very young, and I love holding babies and dealing with the young children who have bright-eyed. And this year, the squishy toys are very nice, and they come in such a wide variety of characters, and they're so soft and squeezy. And then most of the boys, when they get a little older, they went from trains to race car sets, and now a lot of the children want computers and iPads. That's always a big thing.
I would imagine. So, and
Yeah.
finally, one last question I have for you. What is your favorite snack that the kids leave for you?
I love peanut butter and chocolate chip cookies.
Okay.
Those are my two favorite.
White milk, chocolate?
White milk is fine, yeah, and the occasional carrot for the deer.
Oh, can't forget about them.
I hope not. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Very good.
If you have anything else to say to our kids that's going to be watching this,
Oh, please be careful in the next few weeks before Christmas. There's lots of excitement and lots of things to go do. I wish all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Okay. Thank you very much, Santa.
Absolutely. Jack?
And thank you,
And thank you,
BPTV, and
Bethel
Merry
Park.
Christmas.
Did you have fun?
I had a blast.
I love
Thank you
this
again
stuff.
for allowing me to co-host this year. I had a great time. Of course, we miss Kim. I know she is your usual
She is,
holiday
but
guest host. So
she's out ho 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 and singing and
busy.
decorating and everything
Yes,
else.
yes, and we
love
get it.
doing the segments with you.
Well, thank you
So,
very much.
Love our tree, love all our guests, and thank you everyone for watching BPTV.
And happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.